Thank you. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to be here and make the next big announcement for WWE 2K18, the upcoming addition in WWE's popular video game franchise with 2K. As many of you are well aware, WWE's video games with 2K play a huge role in the world of WWE each year, with 2K18, WWE 2K18 being no exception when it releases worldwide on October 17th. Recently, we announced WWE superstar Seth Rollins as the WWE 2K18 superstar cover. Seth is an incredible young talent who is making his mark on WWE as only he knows how. He embodies everything it means to be like no one, which is the theme for this year's worldwide marketing campaign. I get the pleasure of watching him every Monday night in my current role as general manager of Raw. Let's be clear, though. I have a small bone to pick with Seth Rollins. You obviously saw the announcement trailer. Seth broke into the WWE archives and disrespected history. Up in flames went the memories of many incredible WWE legends and Hall of Famers who have come before him, guys like Andre the Giant, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker, and many more. All I can say for now is just wait and see the pre-order announcement for the game. Revenge may be on my mind, but more on that in a moment. Some of you watching this press conference today know me from my current role on WWE television. Some of you may know a thing or two about my past, but for all of you, let's take a moment to go back and recap what's been an incredible WWE career for me. I joined WWE in 1999 after a successful collegiate and amateur wrestling career. The latter saw me compete in the 1996 Summer Games, where I proudly won a gold medal in freestyle wrestling. This incredible accolade became synonymous with my WWE persona for many years. Throughout my WWE career, I've had an incredible run as a four-time WWE champion, WCW champion, World Heavyweight champion, United States champion, European champion, Intercontinental champion, Hardcore champion, WWE Tag Team champion, King of the Ring winner, and so much more. It's a time in my life I will never forget. On April 1st, I was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2017. Being inducted by none other than John Cena, who is a class act in everything he does. It made for a very emotional night, an incredible honor while being surrounded by the fans and so many of my peers. From there, I made my return to WWE television as the general manager of Raw. It's been a pleasure to see the current and future of WWE develop right before my eyes. There's still one thing that we should probably address: video games. I haven't been in a WWE video game for more than a decade, and I think it's time to rewrite those record books. So today, I am very, very pleased to announce that I, Kurt Angle, will return to WWE in-ring action virtually for the first time in more than a decade through WWE 2K18. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. It's awesome to follow in the footsteps of many incredible pre-order characters before me. Names like Bill Goldberg, Sting, Ultimate Warrior, and even Arnold Schwarzenegger. I also can't wait to see all of you play as my characters, to recreate all of your favorite matches from my career, and wipe the floor with Seth Rollins. Jokes aside, it's a thrill to be featured again in a WWE video game and in my first with 2K. Now, in order to get my playable characters, listen up. They will be available as bonus content for those who pre-order the game at participating retailers worldwide. Head over to WWE.2K.com for details on all the offers. I want to thank you all for your time today. I am confident that you will have the intensity, integrity, and intelligence to go out and pre-order WWE 2K18. And if you don't, I may have to pay you a personal visit.
And our first question comes from Scott Fishman from TV Insider. Please go ahead.
Hey, Kurt, I was just curious, what's been the atmosphere like? How do you compare the atmosphere today in the locker room compared to when you were in WWE many years ago?
Good to hear from you, Scott. I would say that the guys are more, I would say, healthier. They're more vibrant. It seems that the WWE has catered to the talent a lot better. I think it's pretty incredible. There are so many things that they do now. You know, they have masseuses there all day. They have the catering goes all day and night, not just one meal a day. It's a better atmosphere for the talent, and I think that's a great thing. The atmosphere is great. The talent, no negativity. Everybody wants to work together, and it's a good crew. I also have to say that it's one of the most talented crews I've ever seen. I mean, when I was in the Attitude Era and you know, the other eras, there was great talent, incredible talent, but you know, personas and characters seemed to be the more popular thing back then. Now the wrestling is definitely the most popular thing about what the talent brings to the table. And not that they don't have great characters now, it's just that the wrestling in the ring is incredible, and I'm very proud of the talent.
And with the new video game, you being involved, there's a potential for a lot of dream matches against today's superstars. Even, you know, in real life, or you talk about Seth Rollins and everything. Who would you want to work with upon your return to the ring, if that actually takes place?
Well, if that occurs, there are a lot of talent. You know, there are guys, there are talent that I would like to revisit again, like Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H, definitely. You know, when I wrestled Triple H last time, I just started, so I didn't consider myself very good back then. So I think we could have a much better match right now. But I would say the younger talent, love to get Samoa Joe or AJ Styles in the WWE ring. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Cesaro, Sheamus, even some of the 205 guys, Austin Aries and Neville. But there's a lot of great talent right now, and I would love to be able to mix it up with them. So eventually, hopefully, it'll happen down the line.
A lot of fans down under, I'm sure, are going to be very, very excited to have you back in the WWE game after nearly a decade. So you've had an incredible career. You mentioned your recent induction to the WWE Hall of Fame. I guess, is there a single moment of your career that really stands out to you as a highlight?
Well, it's tough. I mean, you know, when I started in WWE, I would say that was the funnest time of my career because I really didn't know what was in store for me. I was only wrestling for a year, 12 months when I started on TV. That doesn't happen. I really soaked it up like a sponge, and every week I got better and better. And you know, within 10 months of when I started on TV, I was world champion. I beat The Rock at No Mercy, and had a nice little title run for about 6 months. So everything was new to me back then, and I loved the persona, the funny, goofy, just basically selfish and, you know, ignorant, and it was a lot of fun to mix it up, and the writers did an incredible job with my character. Brian Gewirtz really did an amazing job with the content that I had every single week. So I have to give Brian a lot of credit, Brian and Vince McMahon, for working very hard on my character. It was a lot of fun to do. And I would have to say that was the funnest time of my career when I started out. And I didn't consider myself that great of a wrestler, but I got it done. I was good enough to get it done, and every week I did get better. But after my first world title reign is when the light bulb went off in my head and I started having a lot better matches. So, you know, is there any point in my career? I would say the WrestleManias, you know, the Eddie Guerreros and the Shawn Michaels, the Brock Lesnars, Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho. I had some great WrestleMania matches. Kane, I was really happy with all my matches, and I think that's the time to step up and show the world how talented you truly are, and I think I was able to do that.
Fantastic. So obviously with your inclusion in the new game, this may or may not be something you can give away, but do you know if we're going to be able to parade off the gold medal in-game at all?
I do believe so. They're going to have two characters in the game for me. One is the WWE American hero persona, and the other one will be the wrestling machine from the ECW days. So I do think there's going to be the gold medal will be affiliated in the the American hero persona. So I'm excited to be able to play it and see how hopefully the fans really enjoy playing both personas.
Hi, Kurt. You are the general manager of War, so what do you think of the return of the GM mod in 2K18? Do you want it?
Yeah, I would love to. This is my second run as GM, and the last time I played a big role in what I did with the WWE back then. I think that was probably 2004 or 5. So it would be kind of cool to have the GM mode.
Okay, thanks. And next question, if you can be back in the WWE ring, who will be the perfect opponent for you?
There are a lot of guys. I spoke briefly about this in a few questions ago. Another guy that I did forget about, and I think that we could have a really good feud and it could be very meaningful, is Rusev. I really like the way he competes in the ring. I love his persona. I think that when he started he was really hot. I'd like to see him get back to that position again and be able to have a nice program with Rusev. He's a very talented individual, and I think with our styles it would clash very well.
Okay, thank you, Kurt.
Thank you.
Once again, as a reminder, if you'd like to ask a question, it is star 1. And our next question comes from Henry Holloway from the Star. Please go ahead.
Hi, Cap.
Hi, Henry.
I was wondering, obviously it took you a long time to circle back around to WWE in your career. I was wondering, do you have any regrets about leaving WWE when you did, and the fact you didn't come back sooner?
No, it was my time to leave. I was having a lot of issues, with painkillers. I was having issues with injury. I was in WWE at a time where, I was only there for about 6.5 years. I probably missed about a year with injury. So, on TV for 5.5 years, and I wanted to go part-time, and back then you didn't do that in 2006 unless you were Shawn Michaels or Undertaker, and those guys put in a good 20 years each. So I was relatively new, and I just don't think that we would have been able to come to an agreement. And the painkiller issue was a big one too, and I think that Vince McMahon was very concerned about me at the time. So I had to part. Do I regret parting for this long? Yes. I didn't expect it to. I expected to come back earlier. It just wasn't in the cards. When you get in the situation I got into, and your life spirals out of control, you can't expect a company like WWE to bring you back. You have to prove yourself that you're okay and that you're physically and mentally prepared to come back. So I don't think I was ready till this past year, and I think both WWE and myself agree on that. So I'm here, and you can't really regret what's happened. I'm just glad to be back, and hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to get in that ring and compete with the younger talent and prove that Kurt Angle is really the best of all time.
Okay, and just to follow up to that, obviously fans are so happy to have you back, and
Thank you.
You're looking a lot happier in yourself. How would you compare yourself now to how you felt, say, 5 years ago?
I'm good. I'm healthy. I can mix it up in the ring still. I've kept my body very healthy, and I've been able to avoid injury for most of my career outside of WWE. So I've been very fortunate with that. Back in WWE in between 2003 and 2006, I kept rushing myself back to get back on TV, and talking to my doctors back then, you know, you could be cleared by your own doctor, not a WWE doctor. That's what I love so much about WWE's wellness policy now is you have to be cleared through their doctors. And I wish I would have taken my time back then. I would have my doctor clear me early, and I come back and I kept re-breaking my neck 4 times in 2.5 years. And you know, that was probably the biggest mistake I made. So I didn't expect to be gone all this time, but I think it was the right thing. And now I'm healthy. I haven't had any issues with my neck in over 11 years, so I'm ready to go back. And it's ultimately up to the WWE, and we'll see what happens. And end the show, and the most important, the most crucial time of the show.
Hello, Kurt. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I would like to know, first question, imagine that you are playing WWE 2K18 and you have to pick up a character in order to win the world title. Any character but you. Who would be?
I would be I would be either Undertaker or John Cena because they rarely lose. They are guys that you know, whether in their video game or in real life, they're real life superheroes. And I enjoy watching them both wrestle. I think that they're both very articulate, and they have a great outlook on their psychology in professional wrestling, especially the Undertaker. He's the man. But those 2 guys are the guys that I would love to play. One of the newer guys, I love AJ Styles. I'm a big AJ Styles fan, so I'd love to play him. I've wrestled him numerous times, and I know how truly talented he is. And it'd be a lot of fun to be on the other side of that. I'd love to be AJ wrestling Kurt Angle. That'd be a lot of fun. So we'll see how that goes, but those are the guys I'd like to be.
Great. Thank you, Kurt, and thank you for joining today's WWE 2K18 press conference presented by 2K.